Greetings, this is Chef Jack, and here we are again. Excel, you're going to love it. Today I'm going to walk you through building the sales sheet. So, the sales sheet will track, our dollar sales for the day, any comps, voids, customer counts, and total sales. Figure out what the daily check average is. So, you should go into Excel and videos. This is where our Excel and videos will be. I'll just keep adding to this. Hopefully you have already done the Excel intro. And now we're going to move on to the sales sheet. So I'll bring up the Excel sheet, and down here you're going to click on the sales tab. And I'm just going to read. So you've got spring 2020 sales, the date, the sales comps void, CC is customer count, tips, check average, divided by the customer count, and then tip average divided by the customer count. And then the CC max, and first thing we're going to change on this is, so we're going to click into the cell and it brings it up here, and the customer count max factor, so it's going to be actually customer count max, CC max divided by the customer count for that day. So it's divided by CC. And just to get the formatting look nice, let's see, I'll just hit enter, and you can see it kind of bleeds over into the cells adjacent to it. So I'm going to highlight it again so it comes up here. Oh, let me fix this. And see, even I make mistakes, but no problem. We'll fix it. So customer count max. Just so it looks nice, I'm going to put it on bold because the rest of these are in bold. And then I kind of would like it to look like this instead of going down the row. So I'll click off of it and I'll just come back up onto it, and then I'll hit wrap text, and then it will keep the text within that one cell. And if it needs to, it'll expand the height of this row. And to expand or decrease the height of a row or a column is the same thing. Notice I get the double arrows. You can just left click and then drag it smaller, or if you don't like that, then you can undo it, which will go up here. And the other thing that you can do too is with columns, you'll set certain column widths, but if you want to adjust the column widths, you can again do it the same, left click, drag it, go back and forth. Or if you want it to automatically adjust, you just get the double arrows, double click, left click really quick, and then it automatically adjusts to that width. So those are just a couple tidbits, kind of like an amuse, a little something extra for today. All right, so let's go get serious here for a second. So we'll put in the date, sales comp, customer count, tips. So then the check average is sales divided by customer count. So we'll go equal the sales divided by customer count. I'm just clicking on these cells. You got the blue divided by the red. And we've got zeros. Why? Of course, you can't have something divided by 0. So sales, I'll just put in 100 here. And then notice how it automatically adjusted out. Customer count, we'll serve 10 people today. So then we got 10. And I'll do one more. I'll just put in 5 and we'll put in 75. So for the formula, you just catch the corner, drag it down. And of course we've got zeros because there's zeros, nothing in here. And sometimes I do like to put in just some dates or some numbers just to make sure that your formulas are working. So that's good. And then for here we want totals. How many customers did we serve for the week or for the period, and we can do the same for sales. So here I'll write total. And again, you can build this along with me, or so I'll come up to here and I'll hit it. By default it's sum total. So Excel is going to take me to here, but I can grab the corner and stretch the range all the way up to B3 there. So it says B3 through B11. I like that. Oh, I don't like that. So then again, when you get that, it means it's too large for the cell. So again, then you have to come up here, double click this, and it adjusts so that it will display your number. And again, if you wanted to stretch this, you could, and then it fills in all those formulas. So it's a sum of C, sum of D. So that's I mean, the beauty of Excel. It's pretty. It might be smarter than I am. So then you got customer count, and one thing that I don't like here is we've got numbers here, but then all of a sudden it tells me we've got $1 here. So to change that, there's in anything in Excel, usually you can do it 5 different ways. It just depends on what works for you, what you can remember. So we'll just go up to here. It says, I just want a general number. So then that's what it will give us. And so then tips, we would fill in. Tips is the tips divided by customer count. So again, we'd start at equal tips divided by customer count, which is that. 0. Come on, you guys get better service than that. All right, we'll throw in some tips here. $36. So that means on average, each person gave us $3.60 for a tip. So now you can think of it. Servers will kind of think of that. For every person that they serve, generally they're going to make $3, $4, $5 a person. So that's why servers like to have more people in their section, because everybody is. And let's see, customer count max. Now this gets a little. we'll work through it. So customer count max is, depending on how many people you serve, can really dictate how well a special does. Because if you serve like 100 people and you've only 10 soups, versus if you serve 10 people and serve 10 soups, you've got to somehow get the ratios to even out. So this customer count max will help us smooth it out and give us a true reflection of what our best selling dishes are. So this will lead into your Excel menu, your All-Star menu. So Excel, we're going to go down here, customer count max. So what we want Excel to do is constantly search through here and look for the biggest customer count. So it'll automatically look for the biggest number. So we're going to come up here to here, hit the caret as I call it, and we're going to hit max. But you could do average, minimum, max, but we're going to hit max. Now it doesn't know what to do because it's just going to highlight this guy. So we're going to click up here, but you still have the blue with the rotating square. Left click, hold, highlight that. So it says E3 through E11. I like that. And it says 10. So if we go up here, yep, that's the highest number. So just for fun, and we all like fun, I'm going to put in 13. So there it goes. The customer count went up, and now this automatically changed to 13. So we'll just throw a number in here just for fun, because we like fun. Let's see. So that's the customer count max. So the most we served in any one day is 13 people. So now we're going to get a max factor, and I'll explain this a little bit later, but we can at least get this number in here. So it's customer count max divided by the customer count for that day. So we're going to go equal, and we want customer count max, so that's that number. And now think for a second, what do we want to do, because we want it to anchor on this cell even after we copy it down. Correct, $signs. So I'm going to hit the F4 key. It's going to put in the $signs, and then we're going to go divided by customer count, E3, got 1.3. We'll copy it down. And here you can see 5 is 2.6, but 13 divided by 13 is 1. So when we go to figure out the best sellers, that was our best, so we won't alter the numbers. Again, I don't want to go any farther, but so we've got customer count max, 13 people, and then we've got the customer count max factor, which we'll use later on. And I think with that, we'll call it a day. Yes, look at it. It's 1:55, time to end class. So with that, enjoy the rest of the day and have fun with Excel.